Some of the disciplines that Swami told us as children, and I can only share that with you because we were children. At that time, there were no Sai centers. So when we went to Prashanti Nilayam in our childhood days, Swami used to ask everybody to sing. My aunts, my cousins were wonderful bhajan singers. They were actually not bhajan singers. They were all trained in Carnatic classical music. So they were musicians in their own right. But they had to bring themselves down, if one may have to call it, into this bhajan singing kind of a stage where you are singing without too much complication so that the rest of the congregation can follow. Because not everybody... I didn't do that in time, did I? When they were asking for the answers. So, at that time, the people who were very well trained in classical music, for them to come down to the level of singing Manasa Bhajare Guru Charanam in a very straightforward way was very difficult for them. I'm sure there are many classically trained people here who will understand what I'm saying. But Swami said, you forget about your classical training, your ego of your knowledge of your music. Remember, your job here today in this Prashanti Nilayam Mandir is to raise the conscious level of all the people sitting in this crowd. And if you do it in such a complicated way that they cannot follow, then they might as well read their own book at home. Why attend the bhajan here? So one of the tips that Swami gave us as bhajan singers. Be simple, but sing with love. Be simple. Understand the bhajan that you're singing in whichever language that you may sing. Because in those days, most of the devotees who were coming to Swami were South Indians. They were not exposed to Hindi bhajans. But Swami said you have to understand and learn the words properly. So that was the first thing. Sing simple bhajans. The second thing was be prepared. Don't come and use the Prashanti Nilayam stage, because that was where we used to do all the bhajan. Don't use that for your experimenting. Don't try out some new bhajan that you heard yesterday, that wonderfully Raja Reddy or somebody sang, who was a very accomplished singer. You heard him sing yesterday evening, so today you want to try it out on all of us. And Swami used to joke in those days and say, I have lot of curly hair around my ears. I can filter the sounds. But the others cannot filter. They have to hear it. Whether you are singing in high pitch, low pitch, wrong words, they all have to hear it. So practice. Learn the bhajan. Be confident. And I don't know, nowadays, somebody told me I have become a dinosaur. Not here in this retreat, but one really good friend of mine. But in our days, when we had to sing in front of Swami, we were not even allowed to have a book or a sheet of paper in front of us. Swami would say that if you need a paper in front of you, you are not prepared to lead a congregation. Practice. Learn the words. Then sing it. Sing a simple bhajan that you are totally confident, and I'm sure there are many singers here who sing beautifully. Yesterday we heard them sing beautifully. And of course we had the wonderful feast of Brother Shiva Prasad, putting his heart and soul into those bhajans that he whistled. Yesterday we all enjoyed, and we saw how when there is perfection in what you do, how much of sadhana that gentleman must have put it in to hold us captive for 1 hour without moving. Did he just do it overnight? Yes, practiced. I'm sure if you talk to him and interview him, he can tell you how much of sadhana and love and bhakti, devotion has gone into it before he could sit in front of an audience. Forget an audience like us, in front of Swami in Prashanti Nilayam and play to the point when Swami just calls him with love to bless him. So that is what Swami expects us, that if you are going to sing not only to the Lord, the Divine Master, but you want to bring your brothers and sisters up to that level to develop that love for that Divine Master, then practice. Practice. Put some effort into it. And one of the things, sorry.
Yes, when you are reading and you repeat Soham, that must be considered
Namaskar. Absolutely, yes. Whatever you do with intensity, with thinking of, his question was, when you repeat Soham, Could that be considered as Namasmarana? It certainly can. Anytime you put your thoughts on Swami and you think of him and repeat it, something that is good, that becomes Namasmarana. That becomes Namasmarana. But specifically, the reason I'm going to bhajan is that is something that as Sai devotees we all love. We love to go to the bhajans. We love to hear the youngsters sing their devotional bhajans here, whether it is in English, and we want to include everybody, and we use so many bhajans. We want to understand it, even if they are singing it in a different language, and sing it with understanding and devotion. So that was one of the things that Swami said. The third thing that he said is, you have to take your job as a lead singer seriously. Because again, it is given to a few people to bring up everybody's emotion to that height, is it not? So take that job seriously. And one of the things he had told my sons when they were very young, for the first time my sons sang in front of Swami when they were 2.5. It was a complete surprise. Swami had visited a friend's house of ours, a friend of ours, their house in Bangalore, and my twin sons were sitting very close to Swami's chair. They were 2.5. We used to do our Thursday bhajans in the house. They had learned bhajans. And suddenly Swami turned to me and said, do your sons sing? I said, only in the... They could not even pronounce the words yet properly. So in the house bhajans, they sing Swami. So suddenly he turned to them and he said, sing a bhajan. So both my twins were very confidently sitting there. They looked at me to say, which bhajan? And you know what Swami said? Sarvantaryami Swami, yesterday I was saying, he's everywhere with us. He said, sing the one that you always sing at home because you have practiced. Because you have practiced, you know. And they sang that Gopala Radhala. They were singing Gopaya Yadayoya. But they sang Gopala Radha Lola in front of Swami. Because they had sung it many times. They didn't make a mistake with the words. Swami hugged them, took them on his lap, and he told everybody, see, these boys have practiced this bhajan. They didn't have to look at a book. They didn't have to look at a book. So that is one of the responsibilities. The reason I thought I'll start out with a little bit of what Swami says, Namasmarana at the highest level to reach Bhagwan, we are all on that path. It is not, none of us have reached it yet. But these are some of the tools that Swami has given us. So when we want to use the tools, we have to sharpen those tools and be efficient with those tools. You can't have a blunt knife and try to cut vegetables. It has to be sharp. So he says discipline is important. He says practicing is important. Understand what you're singing, because how can you get devotion if you don't understand? When we all sing that Sarva Dharma bhajans, we say Swami is everywhere. Swami responds to anybody. Doesn't matter what language he calls. We sing these bhajans. But do we really believe that? We're just singing it. We're practicing it. So I will now move on a little bit from practice and discipline, which is important. Because without discipline, we can't do anything. One of the things that Swami, I started out saying, he told my sons when they later sang many times in front of Swami, they are not fantastic singers or anything. They can stay within tune and beat and they can sing well. Swami told them that, you know, to go to a job interview, the previous day itself you will iron clothes. You will hang it up properly. You will make sure that you look smart when you go for a job interview. You will read about the company that you are going to interview with so that you can answer well. All this to feed yourself 3 meals a day. That is a job. You are going to get a salary. For that salary, you prepare yourself so much to sing in front of the Lord, who gives you everything, from sunshine to water to all of the things that you use on this earth. Don't you think you have to be prepared? Don't you think you have to be disciplined? That is how he told my son. So these are some of the things that have stayed with me about the bhajan singing. That be prepared, understand what you're singing, sing with love so that the people in the congregation also feel the same emotion that you have. Later on, don't stand there talking forever so that you lose all the vibrations that you have gained in that bhajan. Leave the hall quietly. These were some of the things that Swami said. And he said, include the sarva. I respond in whatever way you call me. The only criteria is call me with love. Call me with devotion. Call me with love.